Hello everyone, John Runner 88 here with another Star Wars figure review, and thanks to Amazon just flooding my bank account with purchase after purchase, I have myself a Grand Admiral Thrawn. Yes, Amazon has been updating all of those delivery dates lately, and it has been so much fun, just so much fun. In all honesty, it is very fun to get new figures, but frustrating to be spending all this money out of nowhere. But let's take a look at the card back. Our first Rebels card back. It says Rebels. I will do this without knocking any figures over. See Rebels, you can see it a little bit. And his animation depiction there. Looking good. Looking good. And here is the Grand Admiral. He's looking pretty snazzy. Does seem to be a rendition of the Black Series one that they did before the live-action actor was cast. Although they knew it was going to be him, they could have used his likeness. But if they can sell us 2 Thrawns, they're going to do it, and that's what they're doing. You can see it there. Yeah, he's even got his pupils in there and everything. So definitely a very nice attention to detail in there. His eyebrows, I feel like, could have been evened out a little bit more. You can even see it on the card back. He's got very blurry eyebrows right now, but they're very, like, there's not too much emotion to him, and I think they could have given him some more straight across there we go, a little crooked. Giving him some more straight across eyebrows, I think, would have probably matched his animated portrait a little better. But aside from that, it's just, he's a blue guy in an Imperial uniform, and that's what we're looking for. He's got his little blaster there. I'm pretty sure it's got, like, some details on it that I might paint in eventually. I think there's a little bit of color on the actual blaster. But there's a little paint bleed on the tunic part there, which isn't the worst. Could probably take some nail polish remover to that, clean it up a little bit. His little shoulder bits there, it's not the cleanest printing on it, it's a little off, but his rank badge looks good, and everything else looks good. My biggest gripe with all these pre-orders, I usually do them through Amazon because I have Prime, so I get my free shipping. Use it enough to where it's worth it. We use Prime Video a lot too and stuff, which is nice. But the biggest issue I have with online pre-orders is not being able to see, even though we have bubbles on our figures, not being able to see what the figure is going to look like until I get it in hand. And thankfully, the ones I've been getting in have been pretty good. For the most part, I think the vintage collection is pretty good. But if you get, like, a case where, like, say there's, like, 2 of him per case, if one has some wonky eyes, odds are the other one's going to have some wonky eyes. So it's always hit or miss, But he does have some nice little, I kind of like the detail in his hair. It's kind of got, like, some little, almost like a brushing effect to, like, the edge of his hair, which adds some nice little detail. It's just slicked back, looking smooth. He's got interesting because he doesn't have, like, the flared out upper thigh like most Imperials do, but he does, or actually I don't think he quite does have in Rebels, but does in, like, his live action depiction. But we can see next to regular Imperial officer who has the same body and everything. They were a lot of people were saying that he's like, oh, he's taller because he's got, like, new thighs, but he's, like, the same size, so the upper thigh really hasn't given him any added height or anything. So I think it's just, like, an aesthetic thing to kind of match the animation a little bit. Because I do think in the animation he did have, like, a more of a straight leg going on. But we'll get into another slight issue, which when it came to Thrawn, I didn't mind much. But we have the ISB officer, and you can see that there is a clear difference in the white that they're using. And now I was like, okay, he's just an ISB officer. Thrawn's a Grand Admiral in the Imperial Navy, so I could see like using like an almond white to distinguish that, make it a little more regal. But then Amazon, they're like, hey, did you want another member of the ISB? Perhaps a director in the ISB? Because we will send you one, and you'll have even more confusion as to what the colors are meaning on these these characters, on these uniforms, because you've got this stark white here, and then you've got these two, which I would say they're more on par with each other. And now Krennic is supposed to be just, I mean, he's just an ISB officer. He's, he's high ranking, he's up there. I mean, this guy could be a director too. They've got the same rank badge, so, would make sense. They've got the same amount of code cylinders. I believe they are wearing the same exact, they've got the same exact upper torso. And, yeah, so I don't know what it's probably different factories or something, and they're using slightly different whites, but it'd be nice if there's a little more consistency, and you could always chalk it up as like, hey, this guy's got a brand new uniform, and Krennic's been wearing his for a little bit. And you could have also done that with Thrawn, but I kind of like saying that he's more of like, it's like more of a regal, like almost like royal white color that they're using, like a gold white or something like that. But yeah, that was just a little, a little nitpicky. I'm sure a lot of people are having some of that issue arise when they're doing like army building and stuff like that, having like a bunch of them lined up or something. It could be a little bit of an eyesore. But aside from that, like I said, he is more of like a regal Imperial officer, being a Grand Admiral. It's gonna be frustrating though if they come out with, I don't know, I know there's like a Grand Admiral Sloane and stuff. They could eventually make her if they have a female body to work with, which they should, because there's plenty of female officers they could give us. But if like she were to come out and has like the bright white outfit, then it would be very frustrating to have two Grand Admirals and just like that disconnect with the coloration. But again, nitpicky. If you want a Thrawn, you can get a Thrawn. He's on Amazon right now. And yeah, keep an eye out also. If you check out the Amazon warehouse listings, you can usually get figures for a few bucks off, or sometimes even more than a few bucks off. I think I got like a Chirrut Emway before for like $10, like $6 off or something, because the bubble was disconnected from the card, but he was perfectly fine. So I'll pay a cheaper price because I'd take him out of the bubbles anyway. So yeah, keep your eyes open, especially there's a lot of holiday deals going on. I think there's some Black Friday deals, which will, age this video by mentioning that, but keep an eye out. Get some good deals, get some good figures, have some fun, collect the way you want to collect. And that'll about do it for this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go follow me over on Instagram, JohnRunner88 over there as well. And do the whole like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.